here in East Rutherford, New Jersey. Straight ahead, we've got a pretty good one on tap here, as it'll be the Atlanta Falcons taking on the New York Jets. Here's a punter, Thomas Morstead, to get this one started. And we are underway from MetLife Stadium. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19.
10 cycles.
Now a first carry here for Robinson. Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. They give him a gain of 38. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Robinson, he'll try the left side. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. Looking to throw it here. Ritter. That's going to be caught by Pitts. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. On 1st and 10, it's Robinson. And he stops immediately there. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Out of the gun, here's Ritter. Steps away to his left. And this will be well too low for him to bring in. It's incomplete.
It's been a good opening drive offensively thus far, but you know they don't want to waste it and settle for a field goal attempt after that incompletion. So this is a big play coming up here on 3rd down.
And this is going to be intercepted. Ritter picked, and it's his former Bearcat teammate, Alon Gardner, who got it. And the Jets are going to take possession of the football as they force the turnover on the opening drive. After the interception, here's Wilson. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down. Play action. It's Wilson. Over the middle, complete. That's Wilson. And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. They'll run for the first time with Breece Hall to the 43, 2nd down. From the 43, here's a 2nd and 7. There's Wilson to throw. He finds Randall Cobb with a completion. And that's going to be good for another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 33. Off the play fake, here's Wilson. Throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete.
So it looks like they still have some fight in them on this series because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But if this defense gets 2 more stops, they can keep them out of that area.
Back to the ground with Hall. And a good-looking run there as he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18-yard line. 14 yards is the pickup there, the Jet 1st down. Here's Wilson. And he's got it. And the Jets are going to be set up with a 1st and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1. Play action. Now Wilson. They'll roll him out right. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Well, Brandon, we see why it's a team game there because there's a sigh of relief that they just released defensively. If he's able to get that one away, that's likely a touchdown. But instead, that pressure from the front gap.
Under pressure now, he's going to go down. Sacked back around the 8. Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal. And he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown. Breece Hall An 8-yard touchdown run. And the Jets take the early turnover and convert it into an opening touchdown. Rolling to his right. It's caught. And it's 8-0. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others. Where they think they have an advantage, dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
Not a great start dropping his first target, but let's face it, it won't be his last chance because he'll get opportunities to make up for that one throughout this game.
He'll be taken down. The Jets get in there for a sack. The Falcons need an answer and a big play here on 3rd and long following the sack. He's going to look deep down the field. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. On 4th down, Bradley Pinion on to punt for the Falcons. A big kick that time, 52 yards. And the Jets offense will be backed up to start this drive as they've got it 1st and 10. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. They're just 2 series in here, Charles, but everything's going to script so far. They got a touchdown on their first drive. Their defense holds, and now they've got a chance to take a 2-score lead.
And to co-sign with you, exactly the start they scripted up. And really, that kind of start, that can set the tone for the game for them.
And space opens a bit as he gets it across the 15 to the 17-yard line. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. They go play action with Wilson. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he is going to have the Jets first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. On 1st down, Wilson. And he'll let this go deep for Lazard. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
He's going to get this one complete here to Cobb. And he's going to be taken out of bounds, but not before he gets this all the way down to the 10. One quarter down, 8-0 the score. Second quarter now from MetLife Stadium. The Jets with the football here as they've got it with a 1st and 10. They go play action now. Wilson flushed out right. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a 1st down. There's Wilson. Out to his left. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can...
And it'll be intercepted. Picked up by Jesse Bates. And the Falcons are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20.
Absolutely a golden opportunity missed there to add to their lead and really cap off an impressive drive because they've got the advantage and plenty of time to add to it. But on the flip side, plenty of time for an opposing comeback as well. So when you have the chance to distance yourself not just so early, partner, you know you don't want to let it slip away.
Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Ritter picked, and it's his former Bearcat teammate, Alon Gardner, who got it. And he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down. Throwing is Wilson. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up third down. Hall ought to give up the middle. And this play comes to a hold at the 33, and obviously that's well short of the first down. Call it a gain of 3, and it'll bring up fourth down. So Wilson runs off, and now they will go to the man they call Greg the Leg, Greg Zuerlein. Zuerlein's kick is up and through, and that will extend their lead even further. They already had the early lead, and they get the interception, Charles, and now they add 3 more with the field goal.
Yeah, they're in control of how this game is playing out so far. You mentioned the early lead. Now they're expanding on it, getting plays on both sides of the ball. A winning recipe if they can keep this up.
And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back, but make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well.
The completions on first and second down. It certainly seems like a reflection of what we've seen so far in this game. The defense, quicker to the punch so far. Let's see if they can get something going here on third down.
Now yet another incompletion here as they fail to connect on third. So on now is the Clemson man, Bradley Pinion, to punt this one away. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And where will this be spotted? The side judge says it went out just across midfield. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. Last time out, you remember their drive stalled, but thanks to their kicker, bring a long field goal to at least get them 3. Now here they'll try to do better and find the end zone.
And in our experience, how much fun is it for coaches to know that they've got a kicker who can nail it from long distance? Now the hard part is, as an offensive play caller, you don't want that in your head too much where you're relying on it, and he goes out and gets the job done for them. But I'm quite sure he would be content to just kick extra points from here on out.
Yeah, absolutely no question. I think his teammates would be okay with him just kicking the extra points as well. And he is going to have the Jets first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. To throw is Wilson. He finds his way incomplete. That's Wilson. And they're going to be settled down around the 15-yard line. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's first and 10. Wilson. And he's going to go down. Sacked right around the 17. So after the sack, they'll come up on a still manageable 2nd and 13. Wilson. Looking middle, and it's incomplete.
He didn't just deny a big throw there. He broke that one up in the red zone. An excellent play. One that may help save points on the board when this drive is over.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he's in. Touchdown, Jets. Zach Wilson from 17 yards out as his guys have opened up a very comfortable lead. Sliding out of the pocket. And unable to connect. They don't get the 2-point conversion here. Tough there. Good pass. Hit the hands. He just couldn't bring it in.
And every receiver's coach everywhere. Seeing that play, focus, focus, focus. Watch it all the way in and tuck it away.
And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down.
Want to.
I know, but well, let me finish. And you're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
3rd and long now, Ritter. And that is incomplete.
They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball. But he was unable to get away from the defender. Couldn't create space, couldn't uncover the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
That is caught. And he's going to get this down inside the 40 before he's finally ridden out of bounds. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Now here's a timeout defensively. Defensive timeout called by the Jets. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Ritter looking to throw on 1st and 10. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Picked off by DJ Reed. And the Jets are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. They take over here following the interception. That's the good news. The tough spot is the spot that they're in. It's inside the 5 in the shadow of their own goalpost here, 1st and 10. So a little more space to operate now. 1st and 10 from right around the 12. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
And I think they'd be well served to take that type of a physical approach against him the rest of the game. He's had his way so far, but on that last one, that worked quite well for the defense.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
And he'll only get this to the 17, well shy of what he needed. Call it a gain of 4, but not enough. The punt team's going to need to be summoned here on 4th down. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. And they're going to at least line up to go for it here on 4th down. They'll try and throw for it with Wilson. He's got his target. That's complete. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. Throwing now, Wilson on 1st down. That's complete, and once again, it's caught. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Wilson. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Well, throw on 1st down with Wilson. And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front.
Well, a momentary speed boost there with that throw, partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
That's going to be caught. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. Wilson will throw again. He'll buy some time right. Got a man, it's caught. Touchdown, Jets. Tyler Conklin from 3 yards out. And the Jets go 98 yards and finish it off in the end zone. And he will get into the end zone to extend the lead by 2 more. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. Taken at the goal line. And not a good return here at all as they'll be forced to start at the 12-yard line. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these 2 teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation, either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
Ritter with another throw on 2nd down. This pass is caught by London. Down the sideline he goes. A big play there just before halftime. 87 yards. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half.
Ready.
This is first and goal and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime. Ritter now. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Well, this defense is certainly organized and playing off of each other because the rush is providing pressure and the coverage is forcing incompletions and capitalizing on mistakes. When you get every level on defense hitting at once, you get first.
And he will take it in for a Falcon touchdown. Bijan Robinson in the final seconds of the first half. And the Falcons are on the board here in the final seconds of the first half. Well, that was a quick drive. The passing game set it up, and then the running game finishes it all.
And how about how few plays it was to get it done, but they threw it downfield and then pounded it into the end zone. And as a former defender, I can tell you, it hurts just a little bit more when they run it into the end zone instead of throwing it.
And the Jets have got it. A second quarter onside kick there that failed. Is that something that maybe they had dialed up before this game started?
It feels like it, doesn't it? That they thought they had the right situation, you know, and the right approach in going after it. Also may signal that they feel like they have the superior team, that they can try these sorts of things and it won't come back and hurt them later.
So this lead, Charles, is continuing to swell here in the first half.
Well, it's interesting. When we talked to them prior to the game, they told us that their game plan was take no prisoners, and they've lived up to it so far because everything has worked. No guarantee that'll continue, but all in all, this coaching staff's got to be very pleased by what they've seen.
So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. And we welcome you back now alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin getting set for quarter number 3 here. And the Jets set to receive this third quarter kickoff, and they have the lead as well as we are underway in the second half. Xavier Gibson now from his end zone. And ultimately he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. Now Wilson on first down. He finds his man complete. That's Wilson. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. Now Wilson. That'll be complete to Allen Lazard. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. So first and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging into their second half blowout material. Here's Wilson. Flush to his right. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. They're going to hurry back to the line now. Throwing on second and long. Wilson. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
I didn't like the look of that play right from the beginning. I thought he should have seen the coverage that was there, tried to force it in. That one, he's fortunate, just fell incomplete.
Play action. It's Wilson. Pressure brought in, and the Falcons get there for the sack. And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it. Now it's Wilson. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Jets try it, but the 4th down play doesn't work. And the Falcons' defense stands tall. They'll get the football back. They start on the ground with Robinson here. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. So a 5-yard run the other way in the wrong direction, and that leads us to 2nd and 15. Back to throw, Ritter. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Jordan Whitehead. And the Jets are going to take over at their own 41. The The New York offense taking over for their next possession. They'll start in excellent field position following the INT. Now a throw right side taken in here to start this drive. Look at the big fella go. Touchdown! Tyler Conklin with his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Jets are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. They'll try and run it here. And he will dive into the end zone, and the two-point conversion is successful. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. And he won't quite make it to the 25. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here and maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that, because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league where we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
He's going to go for a big play downfield. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, there was not much of a window to get the ball in there.
And he's brought down. Can't do anything with the football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. There's Wilson to throw. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. And the Falcons are going to take possession here as they've got it at their own 4-yard line. Back near his goal line. Here's Ritter. This ball down the field for Pitts. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's going. Here's 2nd and 10. Off the play fake, it's Ritter. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. Facing the prospect of a punt from their own end zone, they need some pushing. Let's see what they can do on 3rd down. On play action, here's Ritter. Oh, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
Good clean play, no flags coming out of the pocket of the officials. Turns into an incompletion, and that should get him off the field with a 3-and-out.
Going for it on 4th down, it's Ritter. And now here is another interception. Picked up by DJ Reed, and he will bring it back to the 40-yard line. Suddenly it's 1st and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here. After the interception, here's Wilson. This is caught. And he gets halfway there from the 4 to the 2 on a gain of 2. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. Throwing is Wilson. Steps away. And a big loss here as he's taken down. 3rd and goal as they look to pour some more salt in the wound. Here's Wilson. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Whether that's a little grabbing, a little hand fighting, by any means necessary on 3rd down, he was able to get the job done in the secondary and swat that one away.
Zerline's kick is up and through, and that will extend their lead even further. So the interception set him up with terrific field position, but 3 points, the end result.
Yeah, we can make this one pretty simple, partner. You always want to end drives with points, but that's one that you're going to look back on and probably say, we should have done better there.
And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the football in their possession.
In every game that's ever been played, all coaches talk about taking care of the football and limiting turnovers. And in this one, after we saw that first turnover.
And my goodness, another interception. Oh, they try a lateral on the return, and now the ball's loose. And it's scooped up by the Jets. And partner, I know hindsight's always 20/20, but man, just in general, those laterals, they can be so risky, and you see the risk that can be involved right there.
And you just have to know, and we've seen it because we've been at a lot of practices. It's not something that's practiced very often. You know, in that situation, you don't see guys really working on it. Maybe like we're bringing the rugby guys in to help us with tackling. Maybe we ask them to help us with the laterals as well and make that a better play.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 25-yard line. Off the play fake, here's Wilson. This is caught. Touchdown, Jets. Allen Lazard, 25 yards for the touchdown. And the Jets just continue to roll. They'll roll him out right. And this one incomplete. So they went for the two, they don't get it.
I know we could sit up here and dance around it a little bit, but going for two in this situation, somebody didn't like someone else. There's no doubt in my mind.
Well, what they couldn't see is you lean back in your chair and you would, yeah, that's not a good decision. They didn't get it, though.
Yeah, I don't think you just say, well, my kicker's hurting this moment. No, okay.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. Well, we're still in the third quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable. Now, a win, that's probably going out the window. There he goes, right side. Down the right sideline. And he'll finally be taken down at the 2-yard line. After the big play, a chance to finish now on first and goal. Now here's a timeout defensively. Defensive timeout called by the Jets. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. Robinson is not going anywhere. He'll be hit and dropped for no gain at the 2-yard line. 2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on second and goal. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. Third and goal, trying to make that scoreboard at least a little more respectable. Ritter back to throw. He had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
Well, struggles continue. Open targets, and he keeps missing, pressing way too much. He may have a big arm, but until he learns how to harness it and have some touch, he's going to continue to struggle.
Ritter on the 4th down try.
Oh, God.
And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They can't hook up here on the 4th down pass attempt, and the Jets are going to get the football back. On first down, Wilson. He finds his man complete. It's Wilson. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. 3 quarters have come and gone. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now here at MetLife Stadium. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair. Just like that, out of danger and up past the 40 now for 1st and 10. Now it's Wilson. Open man, here's Cobb. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. For 30 more yards and another first down. Play action. Now Wilson. He finds his man complete. That's Wilson. And he's going to be taken down right at the 10-yard line. Throwing now, Wilson on first down. And he's going to go down. Sacked right around the 17. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up. They go play action now. Wilson. This is Lazard with a catch out left. Touchdown! Alan Lazard. His second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Jets continue to pour it on here in the fourth. Oh, when coaches come into a game preaching total team effort, CD, I think this is the type of ball game that they're dreaming of. It was pretty apparent early on that they were clicking in all three phases. It's been fun to watch.
Yeah, sometimes in the NFL you end up with matchups like we've been watching here. When you go back to the early drives, you can just see that one squad was on a different level in this game. Safe to say, we have been disappointed watching their execution throughout this contest.
Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. Oh, a good return up past the 30. And a nifty return there all the way across the 40.
Even after that big-time return, it's not looking great for them today. But if nothing else, even if the miracle doesn't happen, they can turn to this play and say, hey, we can move forward. Maybe it's a building block for the rest of the season.
Meanwhile, Ritter's throw taken in by London. Now the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up second and 2.
Robinson up the middle. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. And the offense moving quickly to the line. On first down, Ritter. Caught out left side by Robinson. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on first and 10. Straight ahead, it's Robinson. And that one opened up for him well as he'll take this down to the 26-yard line. Ritter on first and 10. Looking for London on the out route complete. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here. So that's going to move them half the distance.
First of all, you can't jump in this situation, but think about your play calling now. Could easily change what you want to do and maybe make things a little bit easier.
To the right side and complete to Jefferson. Touchdown, Falcons! Van Jefferson, a 2-yard touchdown grab. And the Falcons get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this fourth quarter deficit. Well, CD, they just haven't had a whole lot to cheer about or really grasp onto in this game. They've been dominated, but at least they get a late touchdown here, something positive to put on film for tomorrow's session.
Yeah, they're still trying to execute, trying to get some positives on their board and ledger sheet, and keep this from being a total loss. Give them credit. They're going down fighting.
So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick. And the Jets have got it. Fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack. Now this one from about 2 counties over after the sack. They come up on a second and very long. Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. And this offense on third down today, they're at 50%, 4 for 8. This is going to be 3rd and 13. Rolling to his right. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. The offense going to stay out there. They've converted once, failed once. What can they do here on 4th down? That is caught. It's Uzomah. And he's going to be taken down. Plus, there's a penalty flag in the backfield. They may get 15 more on top of this. Now Wilson on first down. Being chased out left. From the left side, it's complete. And he gets it all the way down in inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. Wilson. Eluding the pressure right. And this will be caught. And the carnage continues. It's another touchdown. And now they'll empty the backfield here as they elect to go for 2. And they are just not going to let up as he is into the end zone here for 2 more. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. Past the 20 to about the 22. About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they have to sit in the film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
3rd and short, Ritter. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. Now the Jets going to use the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over. And it's a fake here on 4th and inches. And this is incomplete. A huge gamble, and it does not pay off. They fake the punt. It doesn't work out. And the Jets are going to get the football here in great field position. Off to Wilson it goes on the end around. And he's going to be met at about the 43. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. On 2nd down, a run with Hall. And he'll be brought down at about the 42. And they'll need to get to the 35 if they want to keep this drive going on 3rd down. Now it's Wilson rolling to his left. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. Their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everybody involved on offense pretty happy because that gives them a chance to pad their stats a bit. But as far as the actual need, you and I both know they can just run this clock out because this one, it was over a long time ago.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. Now it's 2nd and 10. Oh, Wilson going to throw. That'll be incomplete as the clock will stop with 14 seconds remaining. Now play number 7 of the drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 10. To throw is Wilson. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked up by Jesse Bates. And the Falcons are going to get the football here as he gets this up to the 38-yard line. A final shot now for Ritter. He's going to let it fly. And a penalty flag comes in as that one winds up incomplete, but the contact is going to move the ball well downfield. One final shot. They'll look to throw. And that is going to officially draw the curtain on this one as the last throw intercepted. Picked